Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So this morning we're reading the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 1, text number 22.
Yes.
Rajo Vacha.
Rajo Vacha.
Yata Sandhar Yate Brahman.
Yatha Sandharyate Brahman.
Dharana Yatra Samata.
Dharana Yatra Samatha.
Didrasi Vaharit Ashu.
Yadi Shiva Harit Ashu.
Purusasya Manomalam.
Purushasya Manomalam.
Rajo Vacha.
Rajo Vacha.
Yata Sandhar Yate Brahman.
Yatha Sandharyate Brahman.
Dharana Yatra Samata.
Dharana Yatra Samatha.
Yadrasi Vaharit Ashu.
Yadi Shiva Harit Ashu.
Purusasya Manomalam.
Purushasya Manomalam.
Rajo Vacha.
Rajo Vacha.
Yata Sandhayate Brahman.
Yatha Sandharyate Brahman.
Dharana Samata.
Dharana Yatra Samatha.
Yadrasi Vaharit Ashu.
Yadi Shiva Harit Ashu.
Purusasya Manomalam.
Purushasya Manomalam.
Raju Vacha.
Rajo Vacha.
Yatha Sandharyate Brahman.
Yatha Sandharyate Brahman.
Dharana Yatra Sammata.
Dharana Samata.
Samatha.
Yadvishiva Harit Ashu.
Yadrasi Vaharit Ashu.
Purushasya Manomalam.
Purusasya Manomalam.
Rajuvacha
Rajuvacha
Yata Sandharyate Brahman
Dasanharyate Brahman
Haranaya Samata
Dharanaya Samata
Hare Shiva Hare Ashu
Yata Shiva Harit Ashu
Purushasya Manomalam
Prusasya Mano
Malam.
Rajuvacha.
Rajuvacha
The fortunate king said,
The fortunate king said
Yata,
Yata
as it is,
as it is
Sandharyate, the
Sandharyate
conception is made.
The conception is made
Brahman,
Brahman
O Brahmana,
O Brahmana
Dharana,
Dharana
conception,
Conception
Yatra,
Yatra
where and how,
Where and how
Samata,
Samata
in a summary,
In a summary
Yadrasi,
Yadashi
the way by which,
The way by which
Va,
Va
or
or
Haret,
Haret
extricated,
extricated
Ashu,
Ashu
without delay,
without delay
Prusasya,
Purushasya
of a person,
of a person
Mana,
Mana
of the mind,
of the mind
Malam,
Malam
dirty things,
dirty things
dirty things. Translation and purport, dividing ratio, the Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Yeah.
The fortunate king Prithiv, inquiring further, said, O Brahmana, please describe in full detail how and where the mind has to be applied and how the conception can be fixed so that dirty things in a person's mind can be removed. Thank you. Purport. The dirty things in the heart of a conditioned soul are the root cause of all troubles for him. A conditioned soul is surrounded by the manifold miseries of material existence, but on account of his gross ignorance, he is unable to remove the troubles due to dirty things in the heart, accumulated during that long prison life in the material world. He is actually meant to serve the will of the Supreme Lord, but on account of the dirty things in the heart, he likes to serve his concocted desires. These desires, instead of giving him any peace of mind, create new problems and thus bind him to the cycle of repeated birth and death. These dirty things, a fruitive work in empiric philosophy, can be removed only by association with the Supreme Lord. The Lord, being omnipotent, can offer his association by his inconceivable potencies. Thus, persons who are unable to pin their faith on the personal feature of the Absolute are given a chance to associate with his Virat Rupa, or cosmic impersonal feature of the Lord. The cosmic impersonal feature of the Lord is a feature of his unlimited potencies. Since the potent and potencies are identical, even the conception of his impersonal cosmic feature helps the conditioned soul to associate with the Lord indirectly and thus gradually rise to the stage of personal contact. Maharaj Parikshit was already directly connected with the personal feature of the Lord Sri Krishna, and as such, he had no need to inquire from Sukadeva Goswami about where and how to apply the mind in the impersonal Virat Rupa of the Lord. But he inquired after a detailed description of the matter for the benefit of others who are unable to conceive the transcendental personal feature of the Lord as a form of eternity, knowledge, and bliss. The non-devotee class of men cannot think of the personal feature of the Lord because of their poor fund of knowledge. The personal form of the Lord, like Rama or Krishna, is completely revolting to them. They have a poor estimation of the potency of the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita 9:11, it is explained by the Lord himself that people with a poor fund of knowledge deride the Supreme Personality of Godhead, taking him to be a common man. What's the verse?
Avajananti mam mudha
Manasim Dhanamashita
kitam Param Bhavam Ajananto Mama Ishwaram.
Such men are ignorant of the inconceivable potency of the Lord. By the inconceivable potency of the Lord, he can move in human society or any other society of living beings and yet remain the same omnipotent Lord without deviating in the slightest from his transcendental position. So, for the benefit of men who are unable to accept the Lord in his personal eternal form, Maharaj Pariksit inquires from Sukadeva Goswami how to fix the mind on him in the beginning, and the Goswami replied in detail as follows. Om Jnanatamam Dasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshul Vidam Jena Tasma Shri Gurave Namaha Mukum Gojavatan Pandam Hayate Grim Yakripa Tadaham Bande Shri Gurundi Taranam Vachikapa Tubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Devacha Patitanam Avnevyo Vaishnavyo Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This one sentence here, Prabhupada said, since the potent and potencies are identical, even the conception of its impersonal cosmic feature helps the conditioned soul to associate with the Lord indirectly and thus gradually rise to the stage of personal contact. So even in his impersonal aspect of his existence, he helps the conditioned soul. It's like this material world. It's kind of like booby trapped. It's a place of suffering. Like in wars, they have these. They put in mines, land mines, and the people walking. They get in. The material world is like that. It's kind of you just walk like something happens and it's going, what the heck? Man, like what? So an intelligent person thinks, oh, wait a second, maybe there's something beyond all these, anomalies, reversals. So this is Krishna's mercy that he puts people in these difficulties so they could inquire. If things were very nice and smooth, and then people just go on. It's just like in Europe. It's they have pretty much everything. They got money, they got nice facilities. Why need God? When you go to the third world countries, people are struggling a little bit more, and people have the tendency to, whatever God wants, it's okay. But there's God conscious. So it's difficulty is a blessing in disguise. Don't waste difficulties. They're good because they're the ones that help us get closer to Krishna. And this is the goal, to take shelter of Krishna. And intelligent people, they'll do that. Nivatatar Sara Bhagiyamana, Padosha, Stotramona, Kutumashoga Gunana, Among Virgin, Vinat Pashuka. Nivatatar Sara. The glories of the Supreme Lord are relished for those who are no longer interested in the false, temporary, illusory pleasures of this world. And this is the medicine. This medicine, the glories of Krishna, this is the medicine by which we can overcome the miseries of this material world. If someone is diseased, then they take some type of medicine, either Ayurvedic or allopathic or some type of medicine, right? And there's a diet, right? You have a good diet, and actually Prabhupada said the best thing for disease is fasting. But also we have to eat, so a good diet and and medicine. So this is the medicine. And we have our diet is so nice that our diet is also the medicine because it's prashad. So we got the mercy. The diet is also the medicine, and it's good medicine. We have some good cooks here. So yeah, so just by taking this medicine and taking the diet, we can become purified of material existence. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, where Arjuna asked Krishna, so the transcendentalists, so how do they walk? How do they talk? What is their language? It's interesting. They transcendentalists, they walk in a certain way. How did Prabhupada walk? Like one of the ways that I used to think that humble people, they will walk with their heads down. Prabhupada's the most humble, just like a warrior. Like Srimad is the first time we saw Prabhupada. It was actually right here at UC Berkeley. All the students were there, and Prabhupada comes down the aisle, and Srimad, I mean, he just looked like a general, going to war. And that's the fact. I mean, it was like a war against Maya. So they have a certain way of walking, talking, of course. The pure devotee, they talk only of pure things. I met a lady yesterday. She said she went to a program where they were practicing silence. Silence, and it was she said it was kind of interesting, probably more boring than anything else. But a devotee is also silent, Mona, because he only talks of Krishna. That's also silence, to just discuss Krishna. And this actually silenced the mind of those who hear. Because the mind is sometimes the mind is very loud. It's like intense at times. So the words of the pure devotee kind of bring the mind down, settle the mind, purify the mind. So how does he talk? How does he walk? How does he sit? And then Krishna says, Prajahati Adakam. When he gives up when he gives up all varieties of sense gratification which arise through the mental concoction, and when his mind, thus purified, finds satisfaction in self alone, he is understood to be in transcendence. So all these varieties of sense gratification, it's a mental concoction. It's a mental concoction. Yeah. People think that, oh, this will bring me happiness, this will give me happiness, but no. Just like Prahlad Maharaj, he said that this material life, it's like a dark well where there's no water. Someone falls into a dark well where there's no water. He's looking for water, but there's no water there. It's a useless attempt. There's no water there. So people are trying to find happiness in this world, but there's no happiness there. They're looking like anything, but maybe, and what is the one songwriter? Maybe there's a drop. There's a drop, maybe a drop. But if you're in the desert or you're in a well with no water, you're gonna die. But what's a drop gonna do, right? A drop is gonna do nothing. It's gonna tease you. You want at least a half a gallon. At least a half a gallon. But in this world, no, you won't find a half a gallon. Just a drop. Just a drop. It doesn't bring satisfaction. Yeah. But the illusion is there. It's like some of you may have heard this may say this story of the Twilight Zone. There was a man who was the biggest criminal. You heard this story? Yeah. Maybe you do hear it. No. He was the biggest criminal in America. And they decided to give him a special punishment. Now, this is Twilight Zone. It means it's science fiction. So all kinds of wild things. So they decided to take him to another planet and just leave him there. Now, one might think, well, that's not too bad. He got his own planet. But he's by himself. And there's like no facility. He's just there. So as they're leaving, hey, don't just leave me here. So they would come by every couple months in their spaceship, and they'd give him some food and some water. And he would beg, please don't leave me here. Come on, I'm going to go nuts here. Come on, just let's play some checkers or something. Play some chess or just talk to me. Sorry, gotta go. Every couple months, they would come and give him some food. It's going on for years. So one time they came and they left a box with him. And they said, this should help out. So he opened the box, and there was a robot that had to be assembled. So he assembled the robot, and it was a woman. And he assembled it, and then he just pushed it away. He said, this is a joke. It's just a big, tin. It's just steel. It's just nothing. What is this? So he pushed it, and the robot, she said, you hurt me. What do you mean I hurt you? You're just a robot. You're just tin. You're just metal. Screws and knobs. But I'm a special robot. He said, well, I'm sorry. He had someone to talk to now. So it was a relief, and it helped out. So he had someone to talk to now. This is going on for years. They would roam around and talk, and he would tell her about America. And then one year they came and they said, we have good news for you. Your prison time is up. Now we're taking you back to America. And he was so happy. He said, I'm going back to America. He told us the robot, I forgot her name, he gave her a name. We're going back to America. I'll take you with. I'll show you around. We got Yosemite, and we got the Grand Canyon, and we got all these national forests. I love it. And then one of the guys pulls out a gun, and he said, I thought this was going to happen. In other words, that she actually thinks it's real. Told it out to shoot. He said, don't shoot, that's my friend, don't shoot him. He shot. And then the robot just became all the springs and wires and nuts and bolts, and the guy was like, oh, I forgot, it's just a robot. I thought it was real. But it's just a robot. So Krishna says, Isavas, no, in the 18th chapter, Isavas, no, Iswar Sarva Bhutana Hridasurjan Brahmayan Sarvut Yantraridhani Maya. He says, I'm seated in the hearts of all living entities, and I'm directing the wanderings of everyone who are seated as though on a machine. So we're also being told the body is like a machine, but we forget. Just like a man becomes attracted to beautiful women, but it's just a machine. One devotee said, boy, Krishna sure does make those machines look good. But it's just a machine. It's just a machine. And when the soul leaves the body, then we see the real nature of the machine. It's dead. Right now, all of our bodies are actually dead. But it appears like they're alive because we're the actual person within, not the body. But we get tricked. Maya is really good. It's a trick. As Grihila used to tell me on Buddhism, don't be tricked by Maya. It's a good trick. Yeah. Maya just puts all these ingredients together, some blood, some fat, some mucus, some stool, some urine, some bones. The bones are like the frame of the machine. And the blood kind of lubricates the machine. Like oil a little bit. But it's just a machine. So fortunately, we get so much wisdom from Krishna, from Srila Prabhupada to help remind us that we're the soul within. That this body is just a machine. It's a good machine. Actually, this machine is so special that it's considered, it's known as, it's a boat by which we can cross the ocean of material existence. Because in this machine, it's a special machine. Means we have the intelligence. In this machine, we have the intelligence by which we can understand, I'm not the machine, I'm the soul within. I'm part of the supreme person, Krishna. And with this information and serving that supreme person, we can go back to God. So people are misusing, wasting this great human form of life and just doing nonsense. I was just reading, Prabhupada said that now human beings are less than animals. So these less than animals are killing so many animals. And these less than animals, these so-called human beings, they're also, during the voting session, they vote for another less than animal being, and then they think everything's going to be good. Less than animals, so there must be so much chaos. Kali Yuga. Like there's that amazing pastime of Vibhishan when he left Ravana and he wanted to go to Ram. Now, he's the brother of Ravana, he's a Rakshasa. And he had his friends with him, some of his followers. They also didn't want to stay with Ravana because they had more faith in Vibhishan. So they went there and expressed their desire that we were disappointed with Ravana, understandably. Now we just want to be on the side of Ram. Now, many of them, thought, we can't accept this person. He's a Rakshasa. He's just going to come in and infiltrate and he's going to fight against us. Which makes sense. So Ram asked Hanuman, what do you think? And he said, just by looking at his demeanor and the way he's speaking, I think we can trust him. But still others are like, no, we can't trust him. And then Vibhishan said, if what I'm saying is not true, then may I become a king in Kali Yuga. That I will be loyal to Ram. And when he said that, everybody said, all right, he's got to be telling us. Because nobody in the right mind would want to be a leader in Kali Yuga. Yeah. Even to be Kali Yuga is just, to be a guru, it's like, I remember the one Swami, Niranjana Swami, he said, anybody that wants to be a guru must be nuts. Because it's so much responsibility. And what is the responsibility? You got to take that person beyond birth and death. Guru nasasya, svajano nasasya, pita nasasya, svajini nasasya. Don't become a guru, don't become a father, don't become a mother, don't become a demigod if you can't deliver your dependents from the cycle of birth and death. It's a huge responsibility. Not just to be a guru, to be a father. It's like a huge responsibility. Very difficult. So, yeah, it's a very degraded age. But the one good quality of this age is that simply by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, we can become completely purified and aware that there is no actual happiness in this world. It appears. Just like the example is given of Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel. You know the story of Hansel and Gretel? It's very famous in Europe and America. Germans.
Different generation.
Huh?
Different generation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, even the kids now, they're just from another country. The kids know that. Oh, yeah, the kids, American kids, they all know Hansel Girl. The kid, it's a child's story. It's in all the schools, you know. Yeah, everybody knows Hansel Girl. So Hansel and Gretel, they're little kids, and they come up, they're in the forest and they're lost. And they come upon a gingerbread house with a bunch of candy on the outside. You know, it's like that's part of the wall outside, you know, there's candy. And they were like, wow, we hit the jackpot. A candy house, gingerbread candy house. They started taking the candy off and eating, and then it was a house, so they were a little curious. So they looked inside the house, and there was a witch inside. And uh, she threw the children in the oven.
Oh.
So this is the thing. We're thinking, oh, sense gratification is so nice. It appears so nice, you know, like the gingerbread candy house. Oh, so nice. Then there's a witch. So it turns out to be a happy story because somehow the children were able to throw the witch in the oven, and they were able to escape. So then we had to throw the Maya witch in the oven also, and give up this illusion, because this illusion is very powerful. We've been in this material world for a long time, illusioned by Maya. But Krishna is more powerful. Maya. He can remove this illusion so that we can engage with what is our nature, which is to serve Krishna. This is the Dharma. Nahi nihaya karma dharmaya na viragaya apte. Nitirtha saivaya jiva api murto hisaha. If one's work does not bring one to Dharma, which is to serve Krishna with love. This is the nature of everyone. It's there in the hearts of everyone. Nitya siddha Krishna prema. Sajjikavano, Shravanadi, Sudachiti, Kurye. And this hearing and chanting and serving Krishna, this ignites that desire again to serve Krishna. You know, so our karma, our activities is meant to bring us to Dharma. And if our Dharma doesn't bring us to renunciation, see, this is we're meant to become detached from this world, because we're not of this world. This is not our home. Our home is in the spiritual world, so we got to become detached, and that comes with maturity. That comes with maturity. Just like all of us, when we were children, we used to play with cars when we were kids, right? In India too, right? But you know, gradually we got over that, and we got into more serious sense gratification. But now imagine if a 30-year-old man were to come in here and he's playing with a little car. We would think he's a little deranged. He didn't go beyond the car stage. You know, he's still stuck on the car stage, the lower mode. So we're also meant to go beyond this so-called sense gratification, this material sense gratification. If we're mature, we'll go beyond this childlike. It's actually childlike, because it's illusory. It's not real. It's like we thought we would find happiness playing with little cars. I mean, we thought we were happy, right? But there's no happiness there. So all the sense gratification, all the so-called sense gratification in this world doesn't bring happiness. Yeah. So therefore, we get so much information on how to become detached this world and attached to Krishna. We can't become completely detached. We want to be attached to something, so we want to become attached to Krishna. And if one's detachment, if one's renunciation doesn't bring one to a love of God, now there's those Mayavadis that are very renounced, never had any sex, just vegetarian their whole life, seriously studying Vedanta, very detached. but no Krishna. So it's a waste of the human form of life. So Krishna's got to be there too. Otherwise, it's just dry. Imagine studying Vedanta all day long. I mean, geez, how dry. That'd be painful, you know. No Krishna. No, you know, we study, this is actually Vedanta here. This is Vedanta here. But they study without Krishna. Vedanta means the end of knowledge. So this is the end of knowledge. We can study this all day long, but imagine studying all this, you know, very intricate, you know, Vedic literatures, but no Krishna. How dry. So if we don't attain that love for Krishna, then this verse goes on to say, then although breathing is dead. Although breathing is dead. So what we have throughout the world is a lot of people that are breathing, but they're dead. So our most important activity in this Krishna conscious movement is to help people come alive again. So this is the most important. Therefore, Prabhupada said, if you want to please me, then distribute books, because this is what is most needed. People don't know how to live. Just like we didn't know. We didn't know how to live our life. And then we got this knowledge, we associate with devotees, now we know what is the goal of life. Otherwise, we were lost. We were just lost. And it's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable feeling to be lost. So, on that note, is there any question?
We were reading in Lamrita last Monday. I think this in regards, you talked a little bit about government. And Prabhupada was at Stanford University here. And
he spoke at Stanford?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's in Lamrita. And Prabhupada actually, he had everyone chanting and dancing, all the students. There were hundreds, it says in the Lamrita. And at the end, one student asked Prabhupada, because there was a draft at that time, and they asked Prabhupada, well, what should we do? Should we respond? And Prabhupada said this. He said that since they had elected their own government, there was no use complaining if the government told them to go to war. And then they started screaming, no, no. And
well, you see, what the thing is Prabhupada, he wasn't aware that they actually didn't vote.
Many of them.
Yeah, they didn't. Nixon was very unpopular.
Oh, I see.
And also, a lot of the students, they weren't even. Some of them weren't even old enough to vote. So Nixon wasn't very popular. So actually, very few students voted for Nixon. Mm-hmm. He was so unpopular. I was in Australia one time, going door to door, and I answered. I knocked on the door, and an American answered the door. And I said, "What are you doing over here?" He said, "Well, when I found out that Nixon became president, I left the country."
Oh, wow.
He was so unpopular amongst the youth. Yeah. So I don't think many youth. The problem wasn't he didn't know about this. So yeah. So yeah, they were upset about that. Upset. Yeah, especially there were people. So many thousands of people were dying in Vietnam. It's like, it was just ridiculous. There's no need for us to be there. It's like we had this crazy, no need to be in Iran. There was no threat. What the heck are we doing there? It's just madness. People as leaders don't know what the hell they're doing. Animals, lower than animals. They're leading the countries. Now, the Iranian leaders also. I mean, the Iranian people are so nice. I mean, they take books like anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, yeah. They always take it. Well, the ladies especially. The men aren't as pious. Even one lady said, yeah, the girls are good, but the men, they're a little out of it. It's true.
They take care of business.
Yeah.
They take care of the business. The women are more spiritual.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I mean, if that place were to open up, it would be a great place for a temple. Actually, we had a temple there. Prabhupada went there and preached. We had a temple there. What was his name? Dayananda? I think
He was there also. Dayananda was there also.
Yeah.
And then the Persian devotee was slipping my mind his name. It was a Persian devotee.
Oh, yeah. He was a GBC.
GBC.
That's right.
Atreya Rishi.
Atreya Rishi, that's right.
Persian.
Yeah. But that place, man, if that place would ever open up, I'd go there and open up a center. It would be huge. Yeah. There's so much interest. It's amazing.
Iran, Arya. It's from the root Arya.
Yeah.
Part of the Aryan.
Aryan, yeah. And they know that. They took on this Islam because they're forced. Just like they're trying to move in now also to Europe and America. They're trying to expand. But Europe is catching on. They're we want to get rid of these people. Expand. Their bhakti programs, they just make big families. Yeah, that's their bhakti program.
Yeah.
And they're just like, and when you become you become a Muslim, you're for life. Otherwise, there's possibility of death. His mother, Tara's mother, because he was born in Saudi Arabia. But his mother, that one way that she tried to get Tara to go back to Muslim, because they're going to threaten us. They're going to threaten to kill us. That was one of the arguments. He was born in a 100% Muslim family, but he's one of the nicest devotees you'll ever see. And there's so many. We have a lot of Muslim devotees. There's so many Muslim devotees. But most of them, once you're a Muslim, that's it. So they're fanatics, just like we see. So anyway, if it were ever open up, that would be very nice. But don't cross your fingers. don't hope too much. These guys are demons. The biggest leader there, the Rangers were praying, God, please get rid of this guy. He's dead now. They killed him. But now his son is in charge. Might be worse. Father like son, right? And everybody's thinking, oh my God. God, can you kill this with me? So anyway.
We experienced that, Prabhu. Prabhu would go to alcohol in different areas for Arabic distribution. And it gets really intense because we're going to different grocery stores, restaurants, and we ask these Islamic people and if you want books. And generally the men are very attentive to it. What is this? It's about God. And they start flipping through the pages. One time we went in and a woman was there, Muslim, and she was open-minded. Yeah. She said, we'll take the books. We'll take them. And one gentleman was, no, don't take those books. And they wanted to talk a little bit, but it gets really intense at times. So we had to be very careful when we go in there. But it's also very rewarding. So knows who might take it up.
Yeah. Krishna Kumar, Prabhu, he's just like, he was #1 book distributor in the world just from distributing Muslim books. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's amazing. He's got he knows the language a little bit. Mm-hmm. So once you get the language down a little bit, like touches their heart, yeah. And they'll take books, they don't care about. I guess we should learn some. You know some of the lingo. Yeah,
we do. Alhamdulillah.
You're learning some of the lingo?
I should learn some lingo.
Well, there's a big distinction between Arabs and Persians. Persians are from Iran.
Yeah.
Arabs are a different type of.
That's right.
They're not the same.
Yeah. Different language.
Different language, a totally different language. Farsi. They speak Farsi. Yeah. And they would be more open-minded.
Much more open-minded.
Much more open-minded. And mainly the most educated of all the Persians, obviously there's so many educated ones in Iran, but a lot of them left the country after the Ayatollah took over. A lot of them came to the States. Yeah. Places like the LA area, it's just Persian neighborhoods.
Yeah, and all in Detroit also, there's places, Chicago. A lot of them, they just left. And now a lot of them are in America. And he goes to all these places. And he does huge. It's amazing. But you get more points. You get 6 points for Bhagavad Gita. Because Prabhupada said anybody who has preached to the Muslims, I take the dust from their feet and put it on my head. So therefore it's a special book. Okay, Srila Prabhupada